Alright, ladies and gentlemen, as you can all see, the 6th anniversary for Punishing Gray Raven has now become live, and Live Limpidity, as you can see in the bottom left corner here, is actually here. And yes, the Phylotree banner actually went through. Now, there's going to be a couple of things that I'm going to be covering, but instead of making a totally separate audio and then adding the footage later, I'm going to be doing everything at the same time while I'm in the game. It's been a while since I made a video like this, and also on top of that, I want to apologize for not posting a video these past couple of days. I've been a little bit preoccupied with Nikke because, well, the new skin for Red Hood actually, the new skin for Red Hood actually really got me going. So when I ended up seeing her, I was actually taken aback a little bit, and I really wanted it. And what's funny about it is I actually put off trying to get it for a while, and then out of nowhere one morning I just opened my eyes and my soul spoke to me to spend money to get the skin, and well, lo and behold, here it is. And I'm gonna be honest here, I think it was the assets that ended up making me really want it really badly. But anyways, I know what you all are here for, and I know what you all really want. I know that you see this beautiful lady on the screen, and also I'm not only going to tell you how to get the skin, but also how to get everything else, because everything doesn't come from one place, unfortunately. And I'm also going to be explaining certain things to you guys about the update. Nothing super deep, but just superficial things. So I think that if you've loaded up before on Punishing Gray Raven, you are indeed going to get this coding, well, instantly. Now I'm sure you're wondering what I meant before when I said you can't get everything in the same exact place. Well, that's because some people may have instantly got the coding when they signed in, but they didn't get the weapon. Now, you're actually gonna get the weapon from the battle pass. You're gonna be getting the top secret intel, and you're gonna end up unlocking it when you reach level 40. I know, very unfortunate. I know. But for those of you that may have been a little confused, this is exactly where you get it from. Now, with all of that out of the way, yes, this is very real. Yes, it is indeed the Phylotree Nexus. This is something that's going to be lasting for a very long time. A permanent addition to Punishing Gray Raven. So from this point forward, there's going to be Phylotree characters, and most probably event characters that's going to be coming out probably at the same time. So unfortunately, you're gonna have to pick one or the other, because this one is limited. And when I say limited, I mean very limited. About as limited as water in the Ethiopian mines. Now obviously, as you can see, it follows the exact same rules as all of the other banner listings. So you know, if you just do 60, you're gonna end up getting her. But as you can also see, the weapon is indeed limited as well. And that also goes for the cub. Why they introduced this? I have no idea why they introduced this, but this is reality now, and we're gonna have to suck it up and deal with it. And unfortunately, even if a bunch of people start complaining about removing Phylotrees and making these characters follow the same rules as the event characters, well, the community isn't exactly going to be praising Kuro's name. They're more so going to be saying things like, well, they tried to pull something and they got caught, so now they want to change it back when people complain. And then other people are going to say things like, well, if they were willing to do this, then what else are they willing to do? And to be quite honest, no one's going to be happy. Now, for some of you people, you may be saying to yourself, this isn't so bad, but now we have to be a little bit more sparing with our black cards and our R&D tickets. And to be honest, nobody wants to be a little bit more sparing when it comes to spending currency to get characters. But it is what it is. What can you do? Now, obviously, there's going to be a new story attached to this, so all of you live lovers out there that really wants to experience this, you might as well sit your hiney there and start experiencing peak, because this shit is probably gonna be peak. Something else that you probably all need to understand is that there's not gonna be any more multi-patches, meaning that multiple patches aren't going to be glued together, and we're not all going to be experiencing all their rewards all at the same time. Patches are going to be back to being mostly singular, so no more copious amounts of rewards for us. Now, I think I wouldn't mind the whole Phylotree thing if we were getting triple the rewards all the time. Now, you could correct me if I'm wrong in the comments section, but if we're not getting triple rewards all the time, well, that's kind of not good. But still, like I said, it is what it is. What can you do? But also, don't forget what they ended up adding as well. They ended up adding an easier way of being able to go through everything pertaining to story. Everything is a lot more cohesive and coherent. You can select a specific character and see all of the stories that they appeared in or had major plot relevance. You can click between all of the frames and you can see which ones it was that you missed and how much more progression is left needed to be able to complete all clear progress with them. So now, the next time you find yourself inside of an argument to see which character has the most peak writing, you can go on ahead, click on their information, and you can see exactly which chapters it is that they end up appearing. So now there's no more pulling facts out of your ass. You're actually going to be able to go back and see exactly what it is that you're trying to reference, instead of saying, my source is I made it the fuck up. I personally think that that's one of my favorite additions that they ended up doing for this. Unfortunately, that's not something you're going to be able to do for the collab characters. You're going to be met with a white fucking void. Apparently, this is the entirety of Dante's story. take it all in. This is the lore of the DMC characters. Well, at the very least, you can get more Live Limpidity shards from the Omniframe shard shop, so I guess that's exciting. Oh hey, would you look at that, Live Limpidity is right there. So it does indeed look like Live Limpidity is also going to appear in the Phantom Pain Cage shop. Now, whether or not she's going to stay here forever is a discussion for later. We'll find that out later unless somebody already knows. Make sure you share that information down in the comments. And apparently, you're also going to get Luna Oblivion's entire coding for fucking free. So for all you Luna Oblivion lovers, you're apparently getting this coding for absolutely free. You know, as much as people are talking about the L's for this patch, I think this is still one of the major W's. Well, for the time being, that's all of the important stuff for me that I think that other people need to be reminded of. Hey, wait a minute, can you guys tell me how long it is that I'm gonna have to wait for the new alpha frame to come out? Because unfortunately, I'm a fucking broke boy, and I need to start saving up again if I want to make sure that I get myself that new alpha, especially since she's only gonna be temporary. Aside from other improvements to the game, a claim all feature for beginner tutorial missions and bookmark features for stories, as well as apparently a new quick clear mode for certain main story chapters, as well as a new, more organized story timeline, as well as apparently a new motion comic for new players to catch up with the game so that they can jump right into the later chapters immediately. At least that's what I assume is happening here. Tell me what you all think so far about the first few days into the new update. I've seen a lot of people on Twitter absolutely losing their minds over the update, and I've also seen some, well, the only way I can put it is people that are very, very miserable about the update. I'd love for you all to let me know. This wasn't going to be a super deep analysis or anything, just a quick little video to try and go over everything that's been happening. Anyways, tell me what your future plans are for the future patches for Punishing Gray Raven. But for the time being, I want you all to take care and peace.